Okay, so the real reason why you're not losing fat and you've hit a fat loss plateau. So you've been dieting for a while, right? And you've lost a lot of weight, and now you just hit a plateau straight away. And let me make this video short and sweet. What I want to tell you now is that fat loss is not linear, meaning you don't just lose weight or fat even just immediately and all the time. There are going to be times and weeks where you won't lose any fat, your weight will stay the same or even increase a little bit. And keep in mind, this is when your calories are still low and you're 100% in a deficit, right? So how to break a fat loss plateau and why you've hit one. So this is a very common question, and this sometimes can drive people insane while they're not losing weight, and they even end up taking their calories lower and lower until they can't keep up anymore, then just go off the diet. Okay, so it's more than what you think, right? It's not increasing your physical activity to create a bigger deficit. It's not eating less. It's probably an outlying thing that you're not even aware about. So fat loss plateau mainly happens because of water retention, right? So what is water retention? It's quite obvious. Your body is holding more water, and this is why, for example, say you're in a bulking phase, then all of a sudden you go to a cutting phase, and for a few weeks and even a few days you might even drop a lot of weight, like maybe 4 pounds in like 2 days, and that's mainly water weight, right? So you don't just lose, that's not all fat. You can't lose so much fat in 2 days. So yeah, so what? Let me speak. I forgot. I always get these blank moments, man. Where am I? I haven't had a blank moment like this in ages. Bear with me. Yeah, so you've hit a fat loss plateau. Let me just get into the real cause of it. The real cause of water retention is a hormone called cortisol, right? And cortisol is basically a stress hormone, and stress can be caused by like any lifestyle factor. Like, it could be a family, like just general stress, and then it could be stress from going to the gym, like on your body, like mental stress, psychological stress of dieting, obviously. And when the cortisol levels are raised, the body will hold more water, right? But what I don't want you to think is cortisol is a bad hormone, because it's not. It's only bad when it's chronically in use, I think we could say. When it's not chronically in use, it's not that bad. But when it's chronically, this shit will drive you insane. So that's why you're not losing more weight, because your body's just holding more and more water, right? So what I would recommend is let loose a little bit, right? So maybe just a few days. I don't know how many days we could say. 3 days maybe. This all depends on the individual. So for a few days, just let loose a little bit. Don't worry too much about dieting. Just live a normal life. But I'm not saying go blow like your diet out the window, like eat 5,000 calories or something like that. Just don't think about food. Just eat normally, right? Don't get in the diet mode for about a few days, and then when you like, I'm assuming if you weigh yourself every morning, you'll just see, whoa, I've just lost so much weight, and that's when your cortisol levels will decrease, and then the water retention will decrease as well, which is why you lose the weight. Water retention and weight loss is a pain in the ass, man. That's why everyone hits the plateau. It happens all the time with everyone. You lose. This is how it basically goes. You lose a lot of weight, and this is why it's not linear. You hit the plateau, bang, water retention settles in. So anyway, that's basically how you break a fat loss plateau. It sounds stupid. Actually, increase your calories a little bit and let loose for a few days. Then the water retention will decrease, and then get back on your diet. So this is just a simplified version. There are many other factors that play into it, but this is the main cause. So anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative, and as always, stay positive, stay smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.